2 out. That's trailing by 3. A twilight sunset sky. You can see it right over the retired numbers down the left field line. Hues of orange and pink. The 1-1. And Soto drives one in the air. Deep left field. Back at the track at the wall. This one is gone. Juan Soto goes to the opposite field. And the Mets have cut a 3-run deficit down to 1. It's 3-2. Juan Soto goes to the opposite field, his 17th home run of the year. RBIs 42 and 43, and it's a 3-2 Atlanta lead here in the 6th. And Soto got a pitch where he could extend his arms, and he did not miss it. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. And this roller coaster ride of a 2025 season has one more stop to go, baby. That is the South Atlantic League Championship Series. Your Brooklyn Cyclones, 2025 South Atlantic League North Division champions. Came up together, now in scoring position, infield in, and Benja, high fly ball, deep right field, back goes McConnell. This one's ticketed for the beach, off the light stanchion and gone. Carson Benj, his first Maimonides Park home run, a monumental 3-run shot to right. And Brooklyn has the lead for the first time today. It's 4-2, look at that grin. It's all on Weatherly. His 2-2 pitch. This one blasted down the left field line. Base hit rolling into the corner. Reimer's going to score to tie the game. They're going to wave Serrano around. Here comes the throw to the cutoff man. It's dropped by Vasquez, and Suero delivers again. Chris Suero, a go-ahead 2 RBI double, and the Cyclones take a 4-3 lead in the 9th. Bottom of the 3rd, Mets have some work to do. They trail 3-0. Going to the bottom of the 3rd, Mets came into play losers of 8 of their last 9, trying to put a halt to that here at home where they have the best winning percentage and their home ballpark across all of Major League Baseball. First 6 have been retired tonight by Schwellenbach, Jared Young, Luis Torrens, Brett Beatty. 3 scheduled to bat. First pitch to Young is inside and low, and the count 1-0. Young hitting just 162 since coming up and joining the Mets from AAA Syracuse. 6 for 37 as that one misses outside, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. A 1-1 from Schwellenbach, and Young takes a curveball that clips the inside corner. And it's quickly 1-2 on Jared Young. Young went 2 for 14 on the road trip. Here's the 1-2. And Young pulls it foul up the first base line. Will do it again. Been up with the Mets since May the 24th. Spent last year playing overseas. This is his first game since October of 23 at the big league level. 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside, 2-2. When he has made contact, he has hit the ball hard. Just a matter of doing that consistently. The 2-2 pitch, and Young swings and misses, strike 3. Schwellenbach went to the splitter down. And that is the first out of the 3rd. That'll bring up Luis Torrens. Torrens hitting at .277 in 46 games, a homer and 13 RBI. Torrens 2 for 11 on the road trip. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch is off the hands, foul. To the left of the batter's circle, and the count 0-1. Schwellenbach started last year at high A Rome in the Braves organization. A pitch, and Torrens hits one off the screws on the ground back to the mound. Fielded first base side by Schwellenbach. And an overhand throw to Olsen in time for out number 2. So 8 up and 8 down for Schwellenbach here tonight. And that'll bring up Brett Beatty. But yeah, Schwellenbach started last year at High A Rome. Didn't leave Rome until after the first week in May. By the end of May, he was making his major league debut. Brett Beatty takes up and away 1-0. As a matter of fact, Schwellenbach's last start at the High A level was against the Mets affiliate, the Brooklyn Cyclones. As that one down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Here on Beatty, hitting at .208, 8 homers and 24 runs batted in for him. 2-0, and Beatty rips one back up the middle, base hit center field, and there's the Mets' first hit of the night. 112 back up through the box, and the Mets have 1 on and 2 out. So that'll bring up Francisco Lindor. Fly to center his first time up today, but Schwellenbach's final a High A start late last May, coming against the Mets High A affiliate, the Brooklyn Cyclones, in Rome. And he was facing off against the Mets top pitching prospect Brandon Sproat. Crowd getting into it as Lindor digs in and takes one in by the knees, 1-0. Fastball that time at 96 from Schwellenbach. And as you might imagine, between those 2 talented right-handers, that one ended in a 1-0 final. 1-0, and line drive by Lindor, down into center field, another base hit. Harris will pick it up and toss into the cutoff man Allen. So back-to-back 2-out singles to center by Beatty and Lindor. And the Mets now with 2 on and 2 out for Brandon Nimmo. So a little spark in this inning for New York. And now Nimmo, who has relished hitting in the 2-hole so far this year for the Mets. He has been phenomenal when placed in that role. 18 games in the 2 spot, entering play hitting .352. And the first pitch from Schwellenbach is a cutter high. And the count 1-0. Nimmo ground out to first in his only at bat today. Mets trailing 2-0 in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside with a curve. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Juan Soto waiting on deck for New York. Schwellenbach sets at the chest, now the pitch. And Nimmo takes a snapdragon on the outside corner. And the count 2-1. Third baseman Riley well off the line. Outfield straight up. Schwellenbach's 2-1. And Nimmo watches that bounce off of home plate. The splitter that time from Schwellenbach. And now it's the Braves right-hander's turn to be in danger of walking the bases loaded. Schwellenbach ready. Runners take their leads. The 3-1 pitch, and this one ripped foul behind home plate. Into the rows just to our left. And the count full 3-2. So that'll start the runners. Beatty will be off from second. Lindor will be off from first with 3-2 and 2 out. Nimmo wags that bat behind his head. He chokes up the payoff. And Nimmo off the fifth, out in a shallow left field. Third baseman in foul ground. Riley sliding feet first by the tarp. Makes the catch to end the inning. What a play by Austin Riley. Back into his right from fair to foul ground. Right in front of the rolled up tarp. Takes away an at bat from Nimmo. And the Mets strand a pair in the 3rd. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. At the end of 3, it's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing on Odyssey Mets Radio, driven by the brand new Nissan Kicks. Channing Austin, the Brooklyn kid, going to make his 2nd High A start tonight in Game 1 of the South Atlantic League North Division Series. Austin, 6'3", 195 pounds, will turn 24 in December from Prospect Lefferts Gardens in Brooklyn. Went to Poly Prep Country Day School about 11 miles north of Maimonides Park, a trip along the Belt Parkway, Leif Erikson Drive, and the Shore Parkway, about 13 miles southwest of Citi Field. Austin gave up 2 runs on 1 hit in 3 innings against Jersey Shore last Wednesday. Walked 2, struck out 3. His first pitch of the postseason misses low to Keiner Delgado, and the count 1-0. Delgado hitting at .243, 14 home runs and 59 RBI. 1 for 4 in the clincher Sunday as the 1-0 on the inside corner, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Delgado has reached in 7 straight games. 9 for his last 21. The 1-1 runs up and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Austin made 20 appearances, 11 starts at Single A St. Lucie earlier this year. The 2-1 hit on the ground and through the left side for a base hit. And Delgado is on to start the first inning for the Grasshoppers. So a leadoff opposite field base hit from Delgado. And so 1 on and nobody out. And that'll bring up Titus Dimitru. Dimitru 0 for 5 on Sunday against Hudson Valley, 0 for his last 13 at the plate. Hitting at .245 since coming over in a trade. 6 home runs and 19 RBI. Austin from the stretch. First pitch misses down and away at 93. And the count 1-0. Dimitru, originally drafted in the 16th round by the Braves last year out of New Mexico State. Pirates acquired him from Atlanta back on the 1st of July in a deal that sent Hunter Stratton to the Braves. The 1-0. And Dimitru checked his swing. Did he go? No on appeal, says the base umpire. Tonight at first, that is Connor Crowell. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Dimitru spent the first half of the season at in the South Atlantic League with Rome. Now with Greensboro. Austin's 2-0 pitch, and that one buried in the dirt. It's 3 balls and no strikes. So not the start Austin was hoping for here today. Mentioned his numbers in St. Lucie. Did have some command problems at times. Walked 43 in 71 innings as Dimitru takes a called strike. And the count 3-1. Struck out 66 during the Florida State League season. Came up to join Brooklyn at the start of last week. The 3-1 pitch, and this foul backing out of play, and the count full at 3-2. Austin also coming off the IL. Was on the injured list in St. Lucie from July the 22nd until August the 13th. So this just his 6th appearance and 5th start since reinstation from the IL. The payoff pitch. Fastball in there, strike 3 called. Dimitru thought he had ball 4. I don't know where he thought that pitch missed. That was right there at the knees. And Dimitru down looking. That's the first out of the first inning. That K brought to you by Circle K, official sponsor of minor league baseball. So 1 on and 1 out. Here is Will Taylor. He was one of the heroes for Greensboro on Sunday afternoon. Homer drove in a pair in the clinching game against Hudson Valley. Hitting at .231 since joining the Grasshoppers. First pitch he sees, misses high for ball 1. Taylor, 10 home runs, 43 RBI at the high A level. Has reached in each of his last 3 games. Was just 4 for 22 last week up in the Hudson Valley. Righty fires the 1-0. At the knees, a strike. It's 1-1. Defensively behind Austin tonight, defensive alignments brought to you by the Coney Island Sandbar. Left to right in the outfield, John Bay, Jonathan Enriquez, and Yohairo Cuevas. Third and first around the infield, Colin Houck, Marco Vargas, Diego Mascara, and Trace Wilhoit. The 1-1, and Taylor puts one in the air to center. Racing in is Henriquez. He'll get there and make the catch. Looks the runner back to first before tossing into the cutoff man. So Taylor flies out to his counterpart. 1 on and 2 out. That'll bring up Callan Moss. Moss, outstanding since coming over from the Royals at the deadline. Was the South Atlantic League Player of the Month for August. hitting .339 in 30 games with Greensboro. 6 home runs, 19 RBI. First pitch, a breaking ball outside, and the count 1-0. It'll be very cool for Callan Moss on Thursday night in Brooklyn. Moss, a New York native, attended Berkeley Carroll High School in Park Slope in Brooklyn, about 12 miles north of Maimonides Park. The 1-0, and this one hammered in the air to left. Going back on it, Bay now racing in, and over his left shoulder makes the catch, and that will end the inning. So Moss caught it off the end of the bat, and Brooklyn works around the leadoff single in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left after 1, no score. You're listening to the South Atlantic League North Division Final on the Cyclones Radio Network. The 2-1. This one line to left field. Waiting on it is John Bay, and this whirlwind ride of a 2025 season has come to its final destination. Your Brooklyn Cyclones, 2025 South Atlantic League champions. For the third time in franchise history, the Cyclones have won a league title, and for the first time at the full season level, your final score tonight, the Brooklyn Cyclones 2, the Hub City Spartanburgers 1. The team with the most wins in franchise history now has a championship trophy to go along with it. The Brooklyn Cyclones have done it, 2025 Sally League champions. 3-2, 2 out, 3-2 Aberdeen. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground behind third. Backhanded by De Los Santos. Throw to first, not in time. Ball gets away. Here comes Reimer, and the Cyclones have done it again. Your final score in 9. The Brooklyn Cyclones 4, the Aberdeen Ironbirds 3, and the Cyclones have won 13 consecutive games at home. They have swept their second straight home series. As we told you last night, the comeback clones are inevitable. And as they reached home plate, the 1-0, Baez drives it deep left center field, long run back into his right for Prado, turns around, and that one is gone. Jesus Baez continues to deliver. That one sent way out of sight to deep left center field, his 4th home run of the year, and Brooklyn now has a 3-run lead. It's 4-1. Just the 2nd home run allowed this season by Mavis Graves, and that one, there was no doubt. 4th home run of the year for Baez, RBI 16 and 17. More keen to go after Ewing. The 1-0, Baez drives it in the air, deep center field, chasing Prado back, away back to the warning track. He looks up, and that one is gone for the 2nd time today. Jesus Baez continues to mash, and mash some more. The 2nd time Baez has hit a home run into the shrubs behind the center field fence. His 5th home run of the year makes it a 7-2 Brooklyn lead. Home run number 5. It's a 5 RBI day for Baez here in Game 2. 7 RBI in the doubleheader. And Brooklyn has indeed broke this one open in the final inning of regulation. That blue interlocking NY, the orange border around it. Black bill on that cap tonight. The 2-1. And Acuna crushes one. In the air, deep left center field. Long run back into his right for Taylor, and that one is gone. Over the city marker in left center field, just to the left of the apple. Ronald Acuna Jr. crushes one out to deep left center field, and the Braves take a 2-0 lead. A chorus of boos greeting Acuna as he rounds third and touches home. His 9th home run of the season, and there was no doubt